Last time we have talked about the definition of dot product. Okay, we say dot product is quite easy thing. You see down here, a dot b is a number. A and b are vectors, and then you use x times x, 1 times 2, plus y times y, 3 times 1, you add together. That's dot product. And we know that dot product has 4 properties. One is what? Commute. Another is a vector dot itself, it gets length squared. And then third one is distributive properties holds. The last one is vector 0 crashes any vectors to a number. That was what we did. Why do we need the dot product? The dot product can be used is to find out the angles between 2 vectors easily. Okay, how easy? Before we do that, give you the formula. We want to understand why this formula holds. Okay, look, previously again we know by this example is that a dot a is actually get length squared up. Okay, a dot a is 1 plus 1 squared plus 3 squared, which is 10. And here the length was a squared plus 1 squared plus 3 squared, which is the square root. So you have this property. So we know any vector dot itself, you get length squared. Okay, but we know the law of cosine. You see, let's say u is 2, 5, this vector, and v is 4, negative 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the negative 3 is this one. Okay? Yeah. So we have 2 vectors. Then you know u dot u is this length squared. V dot v is this length squared. And we know u minus v is the new vector starting from the ending point of v and then end up with the ending point of u. Okay? So, then u minus v squared, u minus v, then the length squared is actually vector. In this case, you know, the length u minus v, you choose the length and then squared. You know, this side is the opposite side of theta. Okay, so by the law of cosine, the length squared, this side length squared, equals the length squared plus the length squared of v, okay, minus the length of u times the length of v times cosine theta, and then times 2, and then you have a subtraction in front of it. That's the law of cosine. If you don't remember why this holds, take it for granted right now. So you don't need to go back to review why this is true. Then you have too many things accumulated. Okay? So rationale is that this is the law of cosine says. It says the length of the opposite side of theta squared equals the length of the adjacent side squared plus the length of another adjacent side squared minus 2 times the length of this one adjacent side times the length of this one adjacent side times cosine theta. Cosine theta. That's the law of cosine. Now we know what? We know dot product is the length squared. So UV, the length of UV squared is actually UV dot UV. Okay, the length of U squared is U dot U. The length of V squared is V dot V. Okay, and then you can put in this way. Now the rest of them we keep it. We keep it. Now you know the distributive properties holds. This is what we said. Then we can basically do is we FOIL this one out. Since distributive property holds, FOIL. Yeah. Probably some of you don't remember what's the meaning of FOIL. F stands for the first 10 times first 10, U dot U, and then O means outer product, U dot V. Okay. I means inner product, V dot U. And then the last one is negative times negative is positive. And then you have a V dot V is the last dot product. So it's FOIL. Okay. And again, U dot V is the same thing with V dot U because it commutes. Well, a property previously said that, you see. Okay. A dot B is B dot A. Alright. Now, so they are equal. And then here U dot V, U dot U is the length squared. Okay. Here also is U dot U, U dot U. On the right hand side. This is left hand side, is that. Then you may do is minus U dot U on both sides, since this is the left hand side. And also you can do minus V dot V on both sides. So then this is going to disappear. Concurrently, this is going to disappear. V dot V, you minus V dot V, so you can cancel that. And you also minus V dot V on the left-hand side, so this is cancelled. Then left-hand side has what? Has negative 2V U dot V. That's the left-hand side. Okay. Right-hand side, those two terms disappeared. That's right-hand side. So you then have negative 2 U, the length, and then V, the length, cosine theta. Okay? So, divided by what? Divided by negative 2, the length is a number, and the length of U, length of V on both sides. Yeah. And then you can see those upstairs and downstairs cancel each other. Negative 2 cancel each other. So left-hand side is U dot V divided by the length of U times length of V. That's left-hand side, which is the one I wrote here. That's the left-hand side. Right-hand side, numerators and denominators, they are the same. You cancel it. So you have a cosine theta. Okay? Cosine theta equals that. Okay? So that's the cosine theta equals U dot V, and then length U times length V. And then cosine theta is the angle, which is U dot V times the length divided by the length of U times the length of V on denominator. And this is very easy to calculate. Why? You see, U dot V is an easy number. It is x times x plus y times y. That's dot product. Okay, so in this case, you see, that's 2 times 4 plus 5 times -3. That's numerator. Denominator is the length. That's 2 squared plus 5 squared. Choose the square root. Okay, and then have a v, length v is 4 squared plus 3 squared. Okay, choose the square root. And down here, you see here is 4 squared plus 3 squared. If you want me to calculate that, I can calculate it. There's some details down here. Okay. Let me find a piece of paper. You see down here, 4 squared plus 3 squared is 16 plus 9. Okay, that's 25. You choose the square root. Yeah, 5. This is how 5 comes out. Okay, and here 5 squared is 25. 2 squared is 4. So 4 plus 25 is 29. Okay, so then 29 stays inside the radical sign. And upstairs, you know, that's -15 plus 8, which is -7. Okay. Okay, roughly or approximately, this number is approximately -0.2600. Yeah, you can figure this out by using your calculator. Don't forget the parentheses when you do the division. Otherwise, you won't get that. That's a popular mistake. I saw this many times. Okay, now cosine theta equals that, and then cosine inverse this number, you will have a theta. Okay, yeah. So you see, my calculator is right here. What you do is, yeah, you can start to calculate this -7. Okay. All right. Yeah. Divided by parentheses. Downstairs is 5. Square root. You want to do square root 29. Close parentheses. Hit enter. You see, you round 7 up to 9. So then you have a 2600. That's how we got 2600 right here. Okay. Now, you may store this number into the variable x. And then when you do cosine inverse, you can recall this number. Recall is second, recall. And then let x, hit it, close parentheses, enter. So you have 105 degrees, 0.07 degrees. Then you know how do you get the these 4 minutes? You know 105.07 degrees, and that you have 105 degrees, 0.07, you know 1 degree is 60 minutes, then you have a 0.07 times 60, you hit enter, 4.0, okay, and 4.0 minutes, so that's just 4 minutes. You round 2 off. Okay? Here we didn't ask the seconds. You may put seconds down there. You do the same thing. Okay? But here we stopped right like minutes. If you want to do seconds, that's 0.2 times another 60. That gives you 12 seconds. Okay? Alright, so the angle between two vectors, this is the formula, and this is the example. Quite easy to find in the dot product. Okay. In order to make lecture short, I'll stop down right here. See you next time.